to another video. I didn't want to say anything before, but if you've noticed, there is technically a schedule going on with my videos. I have a schedule now. I am doing videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and one day of the weekend is either Saturday or Sunday. I didn't want to say anything beforehand because every time I do, something happens and I don't stick to what I say, and it really annoys me. So I've been doing, I believe, a few weeks now. I want to say about a month. But so yeah, I'm trying to have a video up every Tuesday, Thursday, and either Saturday or Sunday, or possibly both. I don't know if that's how it's going to be. I don't know if I want to do 3 or 4 videos a week. But I'm sticking to 3 for now. Who knows, there might be 4 every so often. Like I believe this week I might have 4. I'm not saying I will, but I am trying to get 4 reviews done this month to make up for lack of reviews last month. So I might, this will be my 3rd review video, so I might have another one over the weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. I might just stick with 3 reviews and be okay with it, because it is more, you know, I am getting more reviews out that I want to. I am not very good at reviews, I believe. It's hard for me to get my, you know, the words I want to say out. I don't, you know, all my feelings, I don't know how to process that into words sometimes. So yeah, like I said, today is another video. It's another review video, and it's a dual review actually, and both books are from Morgan Matson, or by Morgan Matson, and they are Since You've Been Gone and Second Chance Summer. Every time I'm about to say Since You've Been Gone, I end up saying Second Chance Summer for some reason. But, so yeah, both of these are by Morgan Matson. I read these pretty much back to back. I read this before the start of TBR Takedown. I finished it like the day of, or the day before TBR Takedown. And then this was the first book I started for TBR Takedown, so yeah. Before this, I had read Amy and Roger's Epic Detour and enjoyed it. Didn't love it, but I did really enjoy it. I did like all of the traveling and the stops they did, and I like how there was pictures and everything in it, and I thought it was really, really good. I did enjoy it. I didn't love it. I believe I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I don't remember exactly. I don't remember. But both of these books I ended up really, really loving. So let's get on with the review. The first one I'm going to be reviewing is Since You've Been Gone. And this one is about a girl named Emily who is an introvert. Pretty much she has, you know, her body is like a shell, and she likes to stay inside of it, if that makes any sense. It's hard for her to go out and have fun. That's not true. Because me and Emily are really alike, but it's hard to explain. Emily is just, she's not a very outgoing person. She likes to stay inside, and you know, like, she likes to stay comfortable. That, if I'm explaining that right. Like for me, I'm an introvert, and I'm not a very outgoing person. I don't like to go to the club. I don't, you know, I don't go out of my way, you know, to have fun. I'd rather stay inside and read a book or watch a movie or something like that. You know, it's hard for me to, like, go out. You know what I mean? So that is Emily. But Emily has a best friend, Sloane, who is a very outgoing person. And she kind of yanks Emily out of her shell. And Emily is very dependent on that to go out. It's hard for her to do it alone. That's better. But one day, Sloane ends up disappearing, and Emily has no idea where she went or what's going on, and Emily pretty much is afraid she's going to go right back into her shell, and that'll be the end of it. But one day, Emily gets a letter in the mail, and it's from Sloane, and it's a list of things to do over the summer, and that is the list. So it'll help her get out of her shell. And the list is of 13 things that she has to do over the summer to help her get out of her shell. Because some of these can be very, some of these I would never be able to do. The first one is kiss a stranger, then it's go skinny dipping, steal something, break something, Penelope, ride a darn horse, you cowpoke, 55 South Avenue, ask for Mona, the backless dress, and someone to wear it, dance until dawn, share some secrets in the dark, hug a Jamie, apple picking at night, and sleep under the stars. So those are all things she has to do over the summer, and she believes once she finishes that list and she completes all the tasks on it, that somehow she will find Sloane. And I really, really loved the journey that went into her completing all those tasks and the friends that she made along the way. I really, really love this book because, again, I am a lot like Emily, and I literally would never have been able to do any of those. I mean, maybe a couple, but a lot of those I'd be scared to do that. And I really, really love this book. I loved the friendship. See, this one doesn't really focus a lot on romance, which normally I really love romance in my books, and if there's not a lot of romance, I'm not technically too keen on it. I may like it. I don't know if I would truly love it. But this one focused a lot on the friendship aspect that it did on romance, which I really loved. I loved the friendship between Sloane and Emily, and then the friends that Emily made along the way of her completing the tasks on this list. And I really, really loved this book. It was so quick and easy, and oh my god, all the feels that it made me feel. It was a roller coaster ride, it really was, and I loved it. I ate this up, and by the end, I want a sequel. I want a sequel. I want to see what happens. There is something in the end that really, really annoys me that Emily did. Emily did something pretty, she made a mistake, and she told one of her new friends, and so if something happens, it just it annoys me that happened, because again, I really loved the friendships that she made, and I don't know if she ends up losing it, because you don't really know what happens after that, but yeah, I was really annoyed at that part. That was the only part, but I got over it. I did. And what I also really loved about this is that Emily is a runner. She loves to run. And of course, while she's running, she listens to her music. She has her playlists, and I'm trying to find a playlist because there's so many in here. Okay, here's one. Wait, is that? Yeah, here's one. There's all these lists of songs here. That's better. I don't know if you can really see that well, but I just love how the playlists are integrated in this book, and it's just so good. I loved it. I do. I love music. I listen to music every day when I'm driving in the car, or when I'm just inside my room, or when I'm doing dishes or something. I'm always listening to music, and I love it. I love how Musicmate became a part of this book, and I loved it, guys. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, if you didn't already guess that. It was amazing. If you haven't picked up this contemporary book, I definitely recommend it. If you haven't picked up anything by Matson, I really recommend it too. Alright, so the second book, or the next book I'm reviewing, is Second Chance Summer, again by Matson. And oh, one other thing that I thought was really cute was that, you see, Matson doesn't do sequels, and I wish she did. I really do. But she doesn't, and that really sucks because I would have loved a sequel to any of her books, really. Even in Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, the ending, you really could have had a sequel. You know, it would have been awesome. But what she does do is, you know, characters from, she has, I believe all of her books are set around one town, and I'm trying to remember what the town is. I believe it's like Stainsville or something. I can't think of it. Well, I can't think of it. But all of her books are set in one town, and in all of her books, I believe Amy and Roger's Epic Detour was her first book. So after that, the rest of her books, you get to see characters from the other books. Like, I believe in this one you see Taylor. I believe you see Taylor. I know in Second Chance Summer you see Amy, I believe Amy and Roger. I think. Something like that. And I just, every time I see it, like something like that, I'm like, oh, I know you. So yeah, I really love that about it. But again, I really love a sequel. Okay, so now on Second Chance Summer. Alright, so this book. Okay, so this book is about a girl, Taylor, who, I believe it's been, okay, so Taylor, okay, it's the start of the summer, and they find out some really bad news. It's really, really bad. The thing about, like, her other books, they were, like, since You've Been Gone, it was more of a light, kind of contemporary, where this one isn't. This one focuses on a really dark topic, and it really just makes you think, and oh my god. Okay, so, alright, so this is about a girl named Taylor, who her family learns something really bad, pretty much almost in the beginning of summer. I think it's a couple weeks before, but yeah. She finds out her dad has cancer, and he doesn't have long to live. So, what's gonna happen is that her dad wants them to all be together at their summer cabin that they used to always go to every summer, but oh, I'm not explaining this right. Okay, so oh my god, I really love this book. So her family hasn't always been very close. Like, everyone pretty much does their own thing, and they're not really a close-knit family, if you know what I mean. But when they're at the summer cabin, they become closer than normal. And her dad just wants them all to be together for the last few months of his life. And the thing is that Taylor, I believe it's been 8 years since they've been to that summer home. Taylor did something pretty bad. She hurt her friends back then, and she hasn't gone back since, and she's afraid to face it and face her friends. And so she's gonna go back. She has to go back. And she's going to have to deal with all the drama that goes on there, as well as what is happening with her family, what her family is going through. And, oh my god, so the thing is that I remember saying when I picked this book up that, or when I tried explaining what it was that pretty much towards the end of the book you're going to need tissues. Like, tissue warning, you know, because, you know, with her father having cancer, it's just everything that's going on. And I'm sorry, I probably just spoiled that for you guys. I'll probably put it in spoiler warning, so, you know. Okay, so I'm really trying to explain this one because it's really hard, because this one really affected me. I connected a little with Taylor. See, Taylor doesn't have many friends, and really she loses all of her friends. But the one constant friend she's always had is her father. And now she's in danger of losing that. Or she is going to lose that. And the thing is that I also have a very close relationship with my father. So I connected with that, and every time I read the, you know, like her feelings, and, you know, when I was reading this, the whole time I was reading this, I was thinking about what would happen if, you know, my dad had cancer, or what would happen if I lost my dad. And really, I don't know how I would survive, because I'd probably break down. And I was trying really hard not to cry while reviewing this. Like, okay, so last night I was trying to think of how I would, you know, talk about this book, and the entire time I'm talking about it, I'm bawling. It's been a couple weeks since I read this book, and I'm still bawling. Oh my god. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of, there's some romance, there's definitely a hard topic, but again, what I love about Morgan Matson, it doesn't focus completely on romance. This focuses on family, and I loved it. I really loved it. As you can see, I'm really affected by it. And, you know, I thought, you know, Taylor, you know, Taylor, like I said, Taylor, in the past, she kind of hurt her friends, and the only thing that I had trouble with in this book was the fact that I felt like Taylor was just, she just kept repeating what, you know, it's like she didn't learn anything from the past, that all she did, she kept running from her problems and instead of facing them. But I really loved how I felt like she grew from that. Towards the end, I felt like finally she was learning that you can't run away from your problems. You're gonna have to face it somehow. And by the end of this book, I was a mess. So when I said at the end, or by the end of this book, you're gonna need tissues, yeah, no, you're gonna need tissues long before that. Like, literally, when I picked this book up, at the end of the very first chapter, I was a mess. I was in so many tears. It was insane. You know, I kept putting this book down and picking it back up because I couldn't see through, like, everything was a blur. But yeah, this book just has such an effect on me, and I really, really loved it. Again, I really love the message that this sent, and it was amazing. Both of these books were amazing. I gave both of them 5 out of 5 stars. I love Morgan Matson. I can't wait for her new book to come out, The Unexpected Everything, because I need all of her books in my life, and I believe she only has 3 with 1 coming out next week, I think. If I find out she has some other kind of books, I'm definitely going to pick it up. But yeah, that's it for my reviews, guys. Oh my god. I became a mess by the end of that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope, you know, you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.